The CEI Group has years of experience efficiently and expertly managing highly emotional touchpoints around collision and safety.
Collision and safety are two of the more personal interactions that a company will have with fleet drivers. You have to imagine the emotional toll that a collision takes on an employee. And then, of course, with the safety program, there's a lot of factors that are involved, and it also could potentially weigh on the person's future employment, whether or not they're able to keep working for a company if their driving behavior isn't representative of what the company wishes for that employee to value. So there are very, very personal touch points with these employees that CEI is constantly interacting with these folks on. We combine collision and fleet safety into one picture to kind of centralize that very personal approach we take to managing these products for our customers. There's a lot of different changes that are happening, particularly with the collision management piece of the program. Safety is always top of mind for everybody, but collision management and leveraging technology to make the process as efficient as possible so that our people and our specialists can spend their time focusing on what really matters to the customer, which is getting the vehicle back as quickly as possible, is something that CEI sees as a core differentiator and a big strategy for us moving forward. Imagine today, the way the process typically works is that the person has to call into a call center to report a claim. They may send a report in through the web. Then they have to take the vehicle out of service, and that costs money, particularly for service and vocational fleets, for somebody to inspect the vehicle, to get an estimate done on it. And that can take anywhere from a couple days to several weeks, depending on how available that vehicle is. From that point on, it then has to get negotiated, reviewed, and approved by the customer, which can take even more time out of the process. You could theoretically, if everything moves very quickly, maybe get an authorized estimate in a few days to maybe a little over a week. But if it takes a long time to get this information from the driver, it could take several weeks to get this done. CEI is using a lot of different technology where we're able to have drivers send us photos of the damage so that vehicle never has to go out of service. So we can get this estimate done in under a day at times. Then we're leveraging additional technology to automate the review process, using technology and artificial intelligence to scan what happened to the vehicle and how to most efficiently repair it so that we don't necessarily need to have that vehicle go out of service and wait a long time for an estimate and wait for a negotiation. Our team can really focus on the exceptions that require a lot of human touch point to try to make this more efficient. So we take a process that could take anywhere from 4 to 5 days to several weeks and really shrink it down to almost a day. And it's such an impactful way to manage collision management and try to speed this up as quickly as possible for our customers. And the beta customers that we've had in these processes that we're stringing together have been loving it so far. The drivers love it. They love sending photos to us instead of having to take the vehicle out of service to get an estimate. They like how fast the approval process is. So instead of saying I can take the vehicle in next week to get it looked at, we can say I can take it in next week to start repairs and move this process along as quickly as possible.